What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Tell me my predictions for Game Week 5 in the Premier League. Liverpool-Everton, starting off with a Merseyside derby. Pretty tough game to call. Obviously Liverpool have been really lucky in every game this season. All their games have been won right at the end, despite the fact that they've not played very well. Everton have also enjoyed a very good start to the season, putting in some really good performances. Unlucky not to win last time out against Villa. At Anfield, Liverpool definitely have the edge in this fixture, and they also do have the refereeing luck, but I'm still going with a 2-2 draw. This is based on the fact that the referee will referee the game fairly, but if he doesn't, then Liverpool probably win 2-1. But I do think Everton have the capabilities of hurting Liverpool. They've shown a lot of vulnerabilities in transition. In a lot of their games, they've blown 2-0 leads, so even if they do take an early lead, which I do believe Liverpool will go 2-0 up in the first 25 minutes, I think they may slack off a little bit and Everton will come back into the game. Brighton against Tottenham. Brighton have had a pretty bad start to season overall. They did beat Manchester City, but other than that, they haven't won. Tottenham, on the other hand, have had a very good start to the season, won 3 out of 4, including also beating Manchester City. Tottenham did go 2-0 up in this fixture last season and lose 3-2. Brighton don't really lose at home, so I've gone with a 2-2 draw here. Tottenham may be suffering from a bit of fatigue after their Champions League game as well, but I don't think they'll lose just because Frank is a very good manager and I feel like he'll get them a point. Burnley against Nottingham Forest. Tricky game to call. Obviously, Ange Postecoglou has started life horribly at Nottingham Forest. I don't think he'll improve too much during his tenure, and I believe he will be sacked before the end of the season. Burnley, despite not getting many points on the board, have actually started very well. They've put in some really good performances. They were really unlucky to lose against both Man United and Liverpool in last-minute penalties, taking points off them in both games, which is really, really peak. But against this Nottingham Forest team managed by Ange Postecoglou, anyone can beat him, and I think Burnley will do so. I've gone 1-0 Burnley. I really like Nottingham Forest. I think they've got a lot of quality players. I really like their club as a whole, great fan base. But making Ange Postecoglou manager is just horrible, man. Horrible business. West Ham against Crystal Palace, London derby, 2 sides not started. Very oppositely, Palace unbeaten, got 6 points on the board. West Ham only 3 points behind, to be fair, but they have been smashed up in a fair few games. Both their home games have ended in a 5-1 defeat and a 3-0 defeat, so it's not looking good. Palace are also much better on the road. So tell me why I think that West Ham are going to win 2-1. I can't explain it, but I feel like it has to happen, because if they lose this, Potter has to go. And I'm a fan of Potter. I was happy when West Ham got him. I thought he was going to do good things there, but he's been nothing short of a disaster. Glasner, on the other hand, has been perfect for Palace, but there's a bit of unrest. He could potentially resign. There's obviously going to be clubs interested in him as a top manager, but I do for some reason just think West Ham are going to win. Wolves against Leeds, 2 teams that will be battling down the bottom end of the table. Leeds is, again, like Burnley, started well, just haven't really got the amount of points maybe they could have. Obviously losing the last one against Fulham last time, really, really sad. But Wolves, on the other hand, have no points on the board, haven't really played very well. They have given their manager a new 3-year contract, so they've clearly put faith in him, but if they were to lose here, it is looking like a long old season for Wolves. I don't think they will, but I also don't think they're going to win. I've gone 1-1. I think both sides are going to be wary. They know they can't afford to lose this game, but Wolves definitely have to get at it a bit more, because they have to win this, man, or they are done for. I don't know, Leeds have looked a lot more solid defensively, although if Perry is still injured, Wolves will probably win. Manchester United against Chelsea. Chelsea haven't really played very well this season, but have got a good amount of points on the board. Man United haven't played particularly well and don't really have many points. So smashed up in the Manchester derby last week after Jeremy Doku masterclass. So Amrim's been coming out with all the quotes, I'm not going to change the way I play, blah, blah, blah. Maresca's pretty similar in that regard, but Maresca just has a better team, I guess. It's kind of mad. Man have spent 200 million on their attack and they're still so bad at scoring goals. It's crazy. Chelsea did just play against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, where they lost, thankfully. And they didn't play very well in that game. These obviously a very strong side is Bayern Munich, but they could be suffering from a bit of fatigue. And I have gone 2-1 Man United. I hope they can get the job done. They have to win, man. If they don't win this, Amrim has to go, I'm sorry. Fulham against Brentford, another London derby, this time a West London derby. Brentford did get a last-minute point in the last one against Chelsea, although it should have been disallowed. Fulham also won their first game of the season in the last minute, last time. So there's just 1 point and 1 place separating these two in the early part of the season. Brentford did go 1-0 up here last season, and Fulham fought back and scored 2 last-minute, or not last minute, but 2 in added time goals from Harry Wilson, and they won the game. And I do think they're going to win again, 2-1. It's going to be, I don't want to say deja vu, because I don't think it will happen in the same way, but I do think they'll win by the same scoreline. Bournemouth against Newcastle. Now, Newcastle unfortunately lost to Barcelona in the Champions League. Played really well in the first half, but second half, Rashford, I mean, that second goal, man, was ridiculous. No one can stop that. They did finally get their first win of the Premier League season last time, though, against Wolves. Bournemouth, after a tricky start against Liverpool, have played really well and got 3 wins in a row. They always do really well against Newcastle because Eddie Howe, for some reason, just seems to not be able to play against Bournemouth. They drew here last season. I think they're going to draw again, but this time 2-2. If Bournemouth can win here again, they could be pushing for a Champions League spot with the way Man City have started, with the way that Chelsea are playing right now, with obviously Man United not being very good. Like, do you know what I mean? 4 wins out of 5 when you've played Liverpool, you've played Tottenham, you've played Newcastle. Maybe Champions League's a bit too far, but they definitely should be targeting Europe next season if they can win here. Sunderland against Aston Villa. Now, Sunderland have started the season really well. They've got 7 points from 4 games, only lost once, got a big point away against Crystal Palace last season. All their signings seem to settle in really, really well. And they're playing like a team that will definitely survive this season. Aston Villa, on the other hand, are the only team in England, in the English leagues, that have yet to score a league goal. Like, what are they doing? Do you know what I mean? They've got good players, Watkins, Rogers, Guessant, who everyone was gassed about. Obviously, they've signed Jadon Sancho, Harvey Elliott as well. Like, they've got a decent amount of players in there. But Unai Emery just isn't doing something right, and it has to change because they've got the Europa League coming up. And I did say I think they'll win that at the start of the season, but I did think that they were going to finish 9th this season because they're going to start well and then fall away as the Europa League gets more intense. The Europa League hasn't even started yet, and they've got no wins, they've scored no goals. Like, I don't think they'll be in any relegation trouble come the end of the season, but this isn't good. And I do think their woes will continue, but they will score. I've won 2-1 Sunderland. If they can win again, 10 points after 5 games? That's, do you know what I mean? What a start. I know they haven't had the most difficult fixtures, but that is still incredible. Arsenal against Manchester City, the 2 teams who I think will be in the top 2 at the end of the season. Both of them won in the Champions League. Both of them won 2-0 in the Champions League. They also both won 3-0 last week, which is a bit interesting. But Arsenal have won the last 2 meetings between these 2 at the Emirates. They're unbeaten in the last 4 in the Premier League with Manchester City. Both sides have a lot of injuries, Saka, Odegaard, even Saliba. And for Man City, I think it's Marmoush, Bob, they've got a fair few others as well. Like, both sides aren't exactly fully fit, unfortunately, for this game. But Doku has been incredible for Manchester City, finally playing in an inside role. Madueke for Arsenal has been really good as well. But I've been calling for Jeremy Doku to be playing inside for years, man. You go back to when they first signed him, you go back to my QPR career mode, and you see the way I was using him. I was calling out for Guardiola to use him like that, and he's finally doing it, and he has been incredible, so good. So he'll be the danger man, but Timber has already been the best player in the league this season at right back for Arsenal. So it's going to be a really good battle there, so you can come out on top. Obviously, we know how strong Arsenal are defensively. Kuznetsov has been really good for Manchester City, and Guardiola is now back too. So this could be a really classic game like it was last season at this time. But because it's at the Emirates, I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. I just think they'll get it done. Nick O'Reilly has done really well, but I think Madueke will just be able to get the better of him. Just overall, I think Doku will get another goal contribution, but I think Gyökeres will score the winner for Arsenal. And Eze will also have a very good game. That's my prediction this week. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you soon for another video.